Hi, and welcome to Morning Coffee with Bazan Academy. I'm Deanna, and today is our final day of how to engage the kids when you're all together for the holidays by taking them to a museum or a zoo or historic site. Today is top 5 things to do with your kids to keep them engaged if you go to a zoo or an aquarium or botanical gardens or even to a park. And so, once again, our number one thing is a scavenger hunt. This is a really fun activity in these places because unlike the museums where you're indoors and you've got to walk and be quiet, you can be a little louder. And so kids can really engage in these scavenger hunts. One good thing is to have them find animals, for instance, if you're at a zoo or an aquarium, of different colors, of different shapes, of different families, mammals, birds, fish, or if you're at an aquarium, have them find freshwater fish, saltwater fish, starfish, seahorses. If you're at a botanical garden, you can have them find different types of plants. For instance, a cactus versus a tropical plant versus a tree. Or you can have them look for different colors or from different regions of the world. And this is a great activity just to have them check off. We'll have some of these scavenger hunts with some of these ideas of things that you can ask them to do in a link in the description below that goes to our website where you can find all sorts of resources for these activities. Number 2 is to have them identify plants, fish, animals, and then try to categorize them into the different families. And so one way that this is done is by putting all flying things together. Well, we know that insects are different than birds, and so even though they're flying, that's one category. How do they differentiate? And so taking it to different levels. That can be a really fun educational activity. With all of these activities, you can give prizes for the most creative, the most accurate, the most interesting. The prizes don't have to be things that you spend a lot of money on. They can be little trinkets from the dollar store or even letting that person decide what movie you're going to watch on Christmas Day, those sorts of things. And it is really fun. And if you have a bigger family group, including cousins, then this is a way to get them interacting away from their phones, away from their video games, and really getting to know each other and having some things to talk about. So number 3 is to find out what these animals do or what these plants do in the wild. A lot of times they will have a particular job or function in the natural world. For instance, some fish will be the ones that will filter the things that fall to the bottom of the ocean. Some plants are flowering and there's the pollination for bees. This is a fun and even educational activity, and it can allow your kids to want to read the text associated with an exhibit. It can get your kids engaged a little further into what they're looking at. They'll have to read the text that's provided at the exhibit, or if there's a zookeeper or naturalist around, they can ask them questions in order to fill out this particular activity. Number 4 is to find out how these living things protect themselves. Some plants have thorns. Some plants actually eat insects. There are animals that have claws. Some will excrete scents. Some will excrete oils. And so this is another thing, is to ask them to find 10 different things and write down how they protect themselves. You can give prizes for the most creative, the most unusual, the grossest thing that they found. And so again, make it a fun activity, and they're going to have to ask questions or read the text or even observe the animals or plants and find out if they have thorns or what they do to keep predators away. Our 5th activity is a creative one. What you're going to do is ask them to create their own zoo or aquarium or park or even their mansion where they have enough money to create their own little area with these animals or these plants, and ask them which ones they would pick. Maybe even have them draw it out. They can use crayons. They can cut out things from magazines if you want to do this at home afterwards. But this is a really creative way to make them find out what they really like and then have them defend why. Okay, I want sharks because they're really cool, but is there a better reason of why you want sharks? If you have sharks, are they going to eat the other fish? And so you might have a conversation with them or tell them to think this through, that if you have sharks, they may need their own pen, or you may need to find fish that they can swim with that they're not going to eat, because you don't want all your sharks to eat all of your fish. A lot of these activities, you can engage them while you're visiting the zoo, the aquarium, or the garden, and then when you get back, you can have them share their experience, you can give out the prizes, and this is a way to continue everyone interacting with each other and sharing their experience. So the goal for these activities that I've talked about this week is to not only engage your kids while you're visiting these different places, but to take that experience and to have it enrich the family as a whole back home or wherever you're visiting. If you're enjoying our videos, please like them, share them with your friends, hit the notification bell so you get alerted when we have a new video, and subscribe to our channel. We have links to our other social media in the description below. Don't forget to check out the links to the downloadable templates that you can use with your family this holiday season. Have a great day, and we'll see you with our next video.